Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 13th episode of Carole Tuesday. Last episode, Carole Tuesday got to sing on stage, do the performance, and go up against Angela. Unfortunately, they were kind of against the rules because they were late or whatever. But we were able to bend the rules a little bit, and although Angela won because of, the circumstances, they still got the right to debut. So that's really what we wanted out of this, so that's obviously great news and pretty much the best thing they could hope for given all the circumstances. That's pretty cool. So maybe we'll see them debut this episode. Probably not, but let's get into it and see what we do get. 3, 2, 1, play. I wonder if we'll stop getting this after like episode 14 or if it'll just be a forever thing. Oh, new opening. Oh. I was gonna take a drink of water, but no. I need to pay attention to this. So this opening, they're already together at the start of it. A cat's watching. Man, they're like in the middle of nowhere. Holly Jean. Laying in a field together, just playing music. Oh, they got closer. Carole Tuesday. Okay, that's our new opening. I think I'm gonna have to watch it opening a couple more times before I can really have my full thoughts on it. Because early on in the opening, my thought was this is not as good as the other one. But as it started to go on, I was like, you know what? I think I'm starting to get into this a little bit more. But yeah, I think I need some more time to really develop an opinion on that. But I did like it. I like how they are simple. With emotion, nothing specific, but just emotion. Alan. Exactly like Ellen. How could I forget? It was last episode. Man, a little bit nervous there, Carole. Interesting, like a talk show looks like it's taking place outside. Man, could you girls be any more nervous? Yeah, the anime is named after you. A fair point. Time Wednesday, I don't know what you're talking about. Wait, what'd you say? I didn't quite catch that. That all changed when I met Tuesday. Yes, but I'm hoping there'll be much more contact in the future. I should hope so. I don't have an Instagram, so. Yeah, I would rather not. Because I can tell you what my first impression was. Angela the cheater. I think that's her point in the whole show, is to be a rival. No, we didn't mean it like that. Don't get the wrong idea. That could, yeah, that maybe we shouldn't have that misunderstanding out there. But oh well. Yeah, probably not. Rolling Stone, really. You know, if I said title drop every time we had a title drop in this show, it'd be ridiculous. Walk this way. Apparently. Oh. He's always busy. What are you talking about? Yeah, Angela who needs no introduction. Wow. uh, yeah, I gotta also mention Carole Tuesday, you know, just because the show's not called Angela, you know. I breathe all the time, but I thank you for encouraging me, I guess. But yeah, very nice backdrop there. I switch to the above subs for this. What day is that? Tuesday, perhaps? Technically Wednesday now, but trying is not a word. She used that non-word again. I will give you all the highs. Probably shouldn't think about drugs, Angela, but you do you. Well, then do it. If you wait for permission to breathe, you're probably gonna die. Well, if you don't breathe, you probably will end up there, so. Yeah, of course, not a very good song by Angela. Even if I had my nitpicks with it. Damn. 2 million followers. I didn't see a blue checkmark on there. I don't really trust you when you say things like that, to be honest, guess. Yeah. You having issues? Oh my god, you're Carole from Carole Tuesday. Okay. Is he gonna be important? Carole leaves her for 10 seconds and random guys show up. Well, yes, we haven't made our debut yet, thank you very much. Yeah, might not want to mess with him. You know, you little punk that think you can do whatever you want. Well, maybe if he breaks it, you'll get it better. Yeah, what's that guy's problem? Maybe just harassing them, no big deal. Yeah, the result probably wouldn't have been much different if she did it, but... You don't want that story getting out there, you know? So he does know of them. A little blush there. Okay. Yeah, sounds about right. How much do you think he can teach you in a few minutes? So, speaking of rivals. Just kiss already, you two. You know, you're both a little bit scary. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? You jealous of other Angela? You don't tell us what to do, Angela. Angela, how do you make friends with this kind of attitude? It's, yeah, Angela's way of doing that. Yeah, walk this way. Okay. Yes. But yeah, I get what he's saying. I'm sure freedom is what Tuesday would want. Okay. That's not quite the point. Unexpected in a good way? Bad way? Well, how many people, like, then it's probably not legit. Like, yeah, I swear I related to her. I'm second cousin on her mother's side. Okay, that's... Hopefully have a lawyer look at it before we sign anything. And she lit up there. Yes, yeah, it definitely is nowadays. Which is a big deal. Like... I mean, really, you only need to go with a major label if you're not confident that you can do it independent. Get a real lawyer to look at it, please, before you sign anything. You are not a lawyer, I'm pretty sure, so I don't want you agreeing to anything without representation, legal representation. I wouldn't say that. It's always a point. That is a possibility. Well, it's kind of how it's always been. You get to choose your friends, but not your family. Well, this got political very quickly. It would be tricky to deport people from Mars. Vote for the future. What if I want to vote for the present or the past? Yeah, I believe that. I'm not sure I agree with that. Valerie. Yeah, well. I love the tech. The tech of this world. Taking some shots. Hmm. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, I'm sure you would say that. People always say that, but you're of course biased. I don't think that's what they wanted to hear. But, yeah. I'm sure we'll get something better, though. I had no problem with that. I guess so. Yeah. Well, maybe that gentleman we met at the laundromat will be him. Okay, where did we come? This does not look like the good part of town. Yeah, this definitely looks like what I would usually think Mars would look like. Hey, let go of my stuff, you random kids! Just shoot, shoot. Bunch of vermin. Gotta grab all our stuff. Well then. There are no normal people in this show. They're all weirdos. Lure him out with music, it's foolproof. Yeah, there seem to be plenty of friendly people around. Doesn't really seem like Tuesday's setting, a usual place. Burning bridges. I think they like it. Sliding on down. That's like 4 people. Or army of 4, depending on how you count. People just sitting on the roofs of buildings. In the best seats. But yeah, good, of course. I'm glad nobody interrupted it. I was a little bit worried about that. Oh. Oh. Well, that escalated. Someone not a fan of music? Jesus. Santa Claus, I guess, went into hard times. I thought he might be, but is this really a guy we want to work with? Is he even sane? We're gonna end off on that, really? Okay. He's either not sane or didn't like our music. And here's our new ED. I definitely like the last ED, so this better be good. It's already very different. Yeah, breathing again, army of 2, not afraid. Because this one's not afraid. I don't like how much Angela's in it. So that was a straight up Angela ED. Yeah, well, what, okay. So, that was the 13th episode of Carole Tuesday. You know, usually I expect like episode 14 to be the one with like the new BD and OP stuff, but no, we had that with this episode. So, the opening. What can I really say about that? I mean, I'll just kind of, I might as well just watch it again here. I don't know. This opening is more similar to the first opening than the new ED is to the old ED, that's for sure. But one thing I did like about this new opening is that there seemed to be a lot of Carole Tuesday closeness, more so. Like there was less other people like being involved. I don't know, the song itself I probably like the first opening better in that regard. But the visuals I might like this one a little bit better. I think it's probably gonna be my overall opinion on this subject. But yeah, just especially that one part where they're just kind of like alone in like a canyon or something, kind of playing music and a little bit of dancing. That part is probably one of my favorite parts of the opening here. That was great. Just, I can just watch them be silly and dance around all day. They lay in the field, playing the music very close to each other again. yeah, just the Carole Tuesday, that's really makes the opening good. Which I guess makes sense, you know, but yeah, I definitely like the opening quite a bit. But anyway, the main thing with the episode was just kind of Carole and Tuesday, and they're dealing with a newfound fame, you know, what they do going forward. They went on a talk show. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but that went okay-ish for the most part. They were clearly very nervous. That was beyond obvious. They're definitely very nervous, like sweating and their speech, and just anybody could tell they were quite nervous. And the only real super awkward bit was the Angela bit, where he kind of misinterpreted something they were saying about Angela. But, you know, aside from that, I'd say it would fine for the most part. But a little bit of a performance from Angela, which I guess was supposed to be her debut. I guess. I don't know. But that was fine. Angela with like 2.1 million followers or whatever. And then Carole and Tuesday still not having much in the way of money. They still have to go to that laundromat to do their laundry. And they met somebody there who needed a little bit of help. And they, well, Carole helped him out. However, she was gone for like 10, 15 seconds. Then some random, you know, douchebag show up to bother poor Tuesday over there. And our new friend here helped out with that, which is good. He'll probably be fairly important going forward. He just kind of seemed like it. I don't think this will be his only scene. And yeah, that scene between Angela's mother and Gus was that was a little bit weird. Like, very immature stuff there. But that's another rivalry, I guess. And you gotta love Angela, just the way she's like, you two, what are you doing? Just hurry up and debut already so I have an actual challenge or whatever. Like, she's such a Tsundere way of saying, hey, join the business along with me so we can have fun as cool rivals. Like, you could say these things in a better way, Angela. Just saying. And Gus asked him a very important question, which is more important than money or freedom, which is a good question because you can have a shortcut to more money if you want, if you're willing to sacrifice a certain degree of freedom, because it is kind of a balance there. Like, a big record label, major label will give you money, you know, if they can have as full control over you. And if they think you have potential to make them money, they will give you a bunch of money in exchange for a lot of control. But that's why you have to make the decision. What's more important to you? Because being independent will maximize your freedom. However, it takes longer and it's more risky to get the money. So it's kind of something you have to decide. You can't just say both. That kind of beats the purpose of the question. Of course, you get both one or the other, but the ratio is what you need to decide. That's kind of, I think that's what I was trying to say. In the end, we actually rejected brightest, what do they call themselves? Brightest something. You know, we rejected their contract, and it looks like we're going to go independent. But we need a producer to do that. So that's what Gus is working on. We also had a little bit of stuff with Tuesday's mother. I want to go back to the beginning of that. So, I think it was around here, right? I think it was. Okay, I want to see how she started her speech. I kind of forgot exactly what she said. Now is the time to raise our voices. And I promise you this. The deportation of illegal immigrants on Mars. It's time for Mars to stand united. Okay, I don't know if it's just a translation thing, but I can't quite tell what side she's on this deportation message here. At least not from that part of it. Like, is she for or against the deportation of illegal immigrants? I couldn't quite tell from what she said. I wonder if that's intentional or if I just am not very smart. It's hard to tell sometimes. That's why I want to go back and see, because I didn't quite get it. But all she said was, we're going to hear our voices, or we're going to have our voices heard. Yeah, the deportation of illegal immigrants on Mars. It's time for Mars to stand united. That doesn't make sense to me. What? That could go both ways. Are you for or against the immigration? I don't quite get it. I think I think she wants the illegal immigrants to leave. I think that's what she's trying to say. But I don't know. It's hard to tell by the way she's saying it. I don't know. It's a very important thing to be that vague about, so it kind of bothers me a little bit, but oh well. Then we had somebody taking pictures there, so there's obviously something going on with that as well. I guess we'll get more details on that later. But yeah, this election things could get a little bit rough. And then we went in the middle of nowhere to try to get our producer, I guess. And yeah, not very pleasant place. It looks very much like the slums, like the ghettos, like you show up there and children try to steal your instruments. Like, not a good place to be. But the people did enjoy the little concert they gave there, and it seemed to lure out who we're supposed to lure out. I'm just not sure if we want to be with this guy, because he's a little bit weird. I mean, like I said, everyone in the show is weird. That's goes without saying. But he seems a little bit crazy, so I don't know. I'm sure he'll be fine, but yeah, hopefully things go well. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.